He's relatively a newcomer, only I believe in his third year here at Newark, or maybe even just his second. But Coach Greathouse obviously has been with the Gales for a while now. The dean, if you will, of the OCC.
Certainly looks like the dean.
Yes, he does. He's looking quite dapper tonight. He's not in his all black like he was before. He's actually in very light colors, very light neutral tones tonight for Coach
The
Greathouse.
Regis thing must be out now.
That must be. Hey, tell you what, we've got a great game. Everyone stick around. It's the Newark Wildcats hosting the Golden Gales, and we'll be back with tonight's tip-off. But first, we're going to take this time out.
Try something different and get out of the hamburger fast food rut with a trip to Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Dad with a hearty appetite can enjoy the original batter-dipped fish and chips, while Mom has the low-cal broiled fish dinner and the little ones order from the kids menu. Remember, Arthur Treacher's food not only tastes good, but is good for you because they use only 100% cholesterol-free peanut oil. New owners, but the same great food at Arthur Treacher's, serving Lancaster for over 30 years.
Hi, I'm Fairfield County Commissioner Alan Reed. Did you know that paper and paper products are abundant in our homes, schools, and businesses? You can help reduce the waste and save valuable natural resources by simply taking advantage of the many recycling centers, drop-off programs, and curbside programs in our county. Encourage your school or office to begin recycling cardboard and high-grade paper. You can help keep Fairfield County a great place to live.
Only at Don's Furniture in Lancaster can you get great buys like this traditional living room group with sofa, love seat, 3 tables, and 2 lamps, plus the pillows for just $7.99. Or this full-size futon with mattress for only $158. Or this multicolor heavy-duty bunk bed, perfect for a growing family at $188. All this and more at Don's Furniture and Mattress Showroom, 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster, or visit them on the web at www.donsfurniture.com. Do you remember the good old days when gas was 18 cents a gallon and car repair was honest and reliable? At Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, they've been honest and reliable for over 56 years. Jim and Shirley Heston have made a commitment to maintain the same service you would receive back then. That's why generations of families have made Heston's their service and used car center. Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, 603 Lincoln Avenue, Lancaster.
Welcome back to Newark High School, home of the Wildcats, where the Golden Gales come in tonight at 7-1 on the season, 2-1 in the OCC. The Newark Wildcats at 4-4, 1-2 in the OCC as well. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Golden Gales. They run that 3-guard offense, and they run it well. Kyle Greathouse, Jack's son, will run one of the guards. He's, along with Laver, as the 2 shooting guards. Josh Laver, of course, as I said, is the other guard. The quarterback on the court, Brad Beatty, number 14. He's the one that's going to run the offense for the Golden Gales. Andrew Totten, number 42, is relied upon to be the strong side forward, and Chad McKnight in the middle. He's the one that cleans up everything that the Gales throw up from the outside. The Newark Wildcats will run out Anthony Ash, probably their best outside shooter. He's number 10. He's the guard on the outside, along with Lake Conan, number 13. Ryan Wiersma, he's a freshman, and Coach Greathouse tells me that he's a good one, averaging about 13 points a ball game. He'll be in the post. Mike Black, number 3, their best all-around athlete. You're going to have to watch out for him. He always has a good game against the Golden Gales. And Justin Rager, number 22, he is the 5th starter tonight for the Wildcats. Paul, when you take a look at the crowd around here, they can't get any more in here, even if you used a sardine tin. I think we're pretty well stuffed.
Well, I think you indicated that. It doesn't matter what the records are, where each team is respectively in their season. If it's Lancaster and Newark, you can count on a full house, both back at Jack's house and here in Newark.
Golden Gales wearing their navy blue uniforms and the golden white trim. The Wildcats in their home whites with the, I don't know, what color is red is that, Jack? Or, Paul, is that like a burgundy or?
I think so, yeah.
All right, we want to be sure that we get it right. Hey, tonight's opening tip-off is brought to you by the Notestone CPA firm. Visit them on the web at notestonecpa.com. Whether you are an individual or a small business, contact the Notestone CPA firm for all your tax needs. And somewhere in the building is Damon Notestone.
I guarantee you that. You see a lot of the same faces at every game, and Damon's the kind of young man that even when his kids don't play, he'll be at the game.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see Chad sometime tonight. We'd like to thank our friends at Adelphia Cablevision here in Newark. They are providing tonight's video feed for us. We thank all the guys, John Hall and the boys over at Adelphia Cablevision. They are the ones giving us our video feed for tonight. So the overhead and floor shots you see coming from Adelphia, as we are just a half a crew tonight. Although Bridget standing strong out in the truck. The Gales on offense first. The Wildcats in what looks to be a 1-2-2 zone, although they're dropping down Conan to the inside anytime they go around. Now here's Laver from the baseline, no good. Chad McKnight up high for the rebound, gets it, can't get it to go. Fights again to get it, and he puts it in. No, they're gonna say it was on the floor now. The official pointed, looked like he was calling a bucket, but he said on the floor, so the foul will get the Gales with the ball out of bounds. Black picks up the foul, and that's a person that the Wildcats cannot afford to get into foul trouble.
Well, McKnight already showing that his height may be a big difference in here for this evening's game.
Kyle Greathouse out on the point. Be interesting to see if the Gales decide to go ahead and take the outside shots if they have them. Try and draw Newark out of that zone. You leave Laver. Great. Well, there's Laver now from the baseline. This time he gets it. First bucket of the ball game goes to Josh Laver. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Golden Gales.
Be interesting to see how Newark approaches this in the post with McKnight a bit bigger than Wiersma.
Here's Black on a turnaround, and Black puts it up, and it's good. Black stands 6'3", and so he's not going to be a pushover on the inside. Beatty on the right wing. Beatty drives the baseline, dishes back over to Totten. Totten gets hammered, but the ball comes loose. The refs let it go. The Wildcats on the fast break, and that ball is knocked out of bounds, and it goes to the Gales, as unable to hang on to it was Rager, and so the Wildcats turn it over.
This is a game I remember last year where they went into the overtime and Kyle Greathouse came in the varsity game and just did a lights-out job helping out in the overtime affair.
McKnight will go baseline. McKnight, how about that?
It's going to be obvious. He'll have the quickness. We'll just see how it plays out, but that's going to be a good matchup to watch, I think.
Chad McKnight with his first bucket, 4-2, Gales lead. Wiersma, the freshman, although he's a big boy for a freshman. Here's Black from the foul line. It's no good. Wiersma with the rebound. His shot is no good. Black with the rebound. There it goes. 4 points for Black, and we're all tied at 4. Kyle Greathouse brings it across the timeline for the Gales. Had the open shot. Now he stops, puts it up. It's no good. Black on a rebound for the Wildcats, and they're on the run. Ash brings it across the timeline to Black. Black, Wiersma in the paint. His shot no good. Tries to bat up the rebound. It's no good. Goes off for the Wildcats. Actually hit Wiersma in the head as he tried to come in, and the Gales again will have the basketball underneath the Wildcat basket.
Of course, Lancaster coming off that big tournament win down in the River Pilot Holiday Classic in North Carolina, so they're on a bit of a roll right now, playing well.
Jack looks a little tanned, too.
I think he saw some beach time, eh?
Back out Greathouse, now down Beatty. Beatty from the right side. That's his shot, and it's a three-pointer, and it's good.
Great ball movement. Lancaster always looking for the extra pass. Threw it around Greathouse. One extra pass to find Beatty open.
That is going to be what you're going to see in this ball game tonight, as the Gales have 3 different players scored. There's a shot by Rager, no good, and McKnight high for the rebound for the Golden Gales. Whereas Newark might be relying a lot on Black. Here's another three-pointer by Beatty. 6 points for Beatty.
If Beatty finds the range tonight, gets that gleam in his eye, it'll be fun.
10-4, Gales lead. 4 minutes left to play in the first. Black, and this is good from 3. Black has all 7 points for the Wildcats.
Matching the Gales outside shooting there. Ooh, a little fisticuffs underneath. Wow.
I didn't see it. And now we're going to get a foul called on.
Wiersma thought it was on Lancaster. I'm not sure.
It is.
Well, I
it's
guess
called
it is.
on Brad Beatty. That's the first team foul for the Gales.
I saw Andy Totten. I don't remember who he got into it with, but there was some fists being thrown out there. But this is typical Lancaster Newark, nothing new.
Matt Alvis into the ball game, probably the best defensive player the Gales have. However, he's hobbled right now with a sore ankle.
Yeah, he hurt it down in that Classic again, injured it again, the same ankle.
And he's got the duty of guarding Black. Ash from 3, and that's good, and we're all tied at 10 now. Now, just like that, the Gales raced out with 2 quick 3-pointers, and the Wildcats answer. 3:15 to play in the first quarter. Tied at 10. Cross court now to Greathouse. They try to open up a lane. Greathouse to McKnight. They're trying to get it down inside. Here's the shot by Greathouse. It's good. That's the first bucket for Greathouse. And now the Gales have 4 players in the scoring column.
Greathouse got it, and it went right up right now.
Wiersma to Black. Black has it stripped by Greathouse. Greathouse on the run. He's going to be outmanned, so he pulls it back. Laver to Beatty on the point. Beatty from 3. He must have it tonight. Ooh, in and out, no good. And a rebound pulled down by Rager.
4th rebound for the Wildcats tonight.
12-10, Gales by 2. Ash to Black. Rager around to Ash. Ash goes baseline, dishes it back. And that's a nice bank in that time by Conan. And we're tied at 12. See how the Gales approach this now with 1:43. Looks like they're running the normal offense. McKnight back to Greathouse. Greathouse almost lost it, gives it to Alvis. Now back to Kyle, and the Golden Gales content now to pass the ball around until they find that passing lane. There's a nice dish down. There's a dunk by McKnight.
Great look, a great pass. And that got the Gale fans on their feet.
Yeah, we got a substitution. Wiersma out of the ball game, and Nick Swinehart into the ball game. And I believe you know Nick's dad, don't you?
Right. I was asking some of the guys here earlier, and I see Vince, his father, sitting across the way on the Newark side. He's a radio guy that goes back into the 70s that I work with in Columbus. And his son is big boy. Big boy.
And there's a 5-second call, and the Wildcats turn it over. Conan looked like he was unsure what to do with the third turnover for the Wildcats. 1:04 left to play here in the first quarter. 14-12, Gales by 2. Andy Bonar in the ball game for the Golden Gales as they give Beatty a rest.
That dunk by McKnight brought Swinehart in, and I'm sure he's there to belly up against McKnight, so we'll see. Swinehart is a senior, but he's 205. He's a big boy.
A chant of boring from the Newark student section, but the Gales running the offense with 30 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
Officials pretty much letting them play here. I mean, that's a little contact out there, but the officials are letting it go on.
Down to 18 seconds. Ten seconds. Greathouse. Let's see what he does. Looking. Laver. He's got it wide open for three. It's good. 5 points for Labor, and that's the end of the first quarter of play. After one period, the score, the Gales 17, the Wildcats 12.
Tonight's 50-50 ticket is blue, number 19322.
If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business.
Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com. You can buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster.
Program number 604.
Back at Newark High School, Andy Rice, Paul Jasson, as the Golden Gales lead 17-12 after one quarter of play. Josh Laver with that three-pointer just before the buzzer.
I tell you, that for a 5-point lead means nothing in this game. We might as well be tied right now.
Ash has got the open shot. It's no good. The ball batted around, and we're going to get a foul called on Josh Laver.
Little backing in action going on right there. Trying to squeeze out position for the rebound.
Now there you see Jack. He wasn't real happy about the call, and he's going to let the official know too. Imagine that.
Now there's a first.
Ash will inbound for the Wildcats.
Nice screen there for him, but he didn't take the shot.
Raphael Turner, number 12 in the ballgame for the Wildcats. Black on the point. Traeger back to Ash. Now they whip it around. Black's got the open three, way off the mark, and rebound pulled down by Beatty.
Alvis still in there on that bad ankle. We'll see how that works out tonight.
McKnight is fouled, and he puts the shot down. Looked like he was going to go up and try and stuff it again, and then he saw that he was going to get defended, and he did a good job of pulling back and just getting the shot to go. 6 points for McKnight.
He got the position on Wiersma and rotated around to the bucket, and there was nothing Wiersma could do. Probably would have been better just not to foul him at all.
McKnight with his 6 going to try and get the conventional three-pointer, and it rolls, but it falls.
Of course, he, Laver, and Beatty were the trio down there at the River Pilot Classic that made the all-tournament team, so they're coming off good performances as well as a good team performance.
The Gales have an 8-point lead and a steal. Beatty goes straight down. He'll stop and pop in the lane. It's no good, and McKnight jumped a little too early, or he would have had that one.
He was about all over the black backboard on that one. Wow.
20-12 is the score. Alvis, nice defense. Now Black has to dish it back to Wiersma. Wiersma in the paint. And they're going to count the shot. Wiersma with a nice move. Gets his first bucket. McKnight picks up his first foul.
Jack again pleading the case that he wanted a walk on Wiersma before the shot, but such is not the case, and try to go for the more conventional three-point play.
We'll see how the freshman shoots his foul shots. It rolls around, but it falls. And Wiersma with the three-point play, and it's 20-15, Gales by 5.
Want to again congratulate John Kaufman's reserve team. Got out to a big lead early in the game and then just managed to hold on for a 43-41 win over the Newark Wild Kittens in the earlier game.
Greathouse from 3, and it's no good, and Wiersma with the rebound. And then he throws it away.
Jeff Quackenbush not a little bit happy about that. We've got two real vocal coaches here. It's just fun to watch these guys. They do a great job. They're very active, and they work the crowd and the officials.
The Gales will get the basketball in their end of the floor, but Beatty will inbound it backcourt to Greathouse, and now the Gales set up the offense. Baseline for Laver, and he lost it, and it's picked up on the floor by Rager.
Second turnover for the Gales to 3 for Newark.
Wildcats going with the old weave out on the front court. Black brings it into the foul line. His shot no good, and a rebound pulled down by McKnight. On the run, gives it to Beatty.
I'm not sure Newark, I don't know if they're very disciplined to run that weave. They want to put that ball up. They've got athletes, and they like to shoot.
Alvis, McKnight from the elbow, in and out, no good. Alvis fighting for the rebound, and Rager runs over and picks it up for the Wildcats.
Second rebound for him.
5:19 to play in the first half. Still a 5-point lead for the Gales, 20-15. Ash to Black. Black in the paint, and he gets it to go. He has 9 points.
He's a machine tonight.
Well, he seems to be a Gale killer. He always plays well against the Gales.
Quackenbush telling Wiersma to get his hands up in front of McKnight to try to keep him outside.
Beatty is going to go straight to the hoop, and then he has it blocked, but he's fouled in the process. And the Newark crowd doesn't like that call at all. Wiersma picks up his second foul. And he's a person they can't afford to get into foul trouble so quickly. Up off the bench comes Swinehart. He'll be checking in. As a matter of fact, we're going to have some wholesale substitutions.
Wiersma at 6'5" and Beatty at 6 feet, but anybody that thinks Brad would be intimidated by that doesn't know him.
First shot is going to fall away short. So Swinehart and Conan back in the ball game for the Wildcats. Alvis and Greathouse sit down, as coming back in is Totten and Boner. Second shot no good, and Black gets the rebound for the Wildcats. So the Gales cannot score this time down the floor. Still lead it by 3, 20-17.
Not very good attempts there that time by the Gales.
And Swinehart's going to pick up a foul.
Got a block trying to get position on McKnight.
Rotating centers now for the Wildcats as Swinehart picks up his first foul.
5th turnover for Newark, only 2 so far for Lancaster.
4:05 left to play in the first half. Here's a shot, no good, and Ash on the backside with the rebound. Swinehart, Ash over. Here's the shot. It is no good, and the ball hits the floor. Let's see, it stays in. Black picks it up and puts it in. 11 of the 19 points for the Wildcats belong to Black.
Get up there and guard him, man!
Andy Boner out on the point, just content to stay out there until they bring someone out. McKnight thought about it at the foul line. Laver is blocked. Turner got his hands up, got the crowd involved in it.
The crowd liked that one.
And now we're going to get a foul underneath. I tell you what, Coach Greathouse wants something called on Rager, who's all over Brad Beatty. I'm sorry, Conan's all over Brad Beatty. Now Conan's going to sit down.
Well, there's a lot of one-upsmanship going on out here to try to get a little intimidation factor on both parts, both teams tonight.
That was the second foul on Black, and of course, he's one person they can least afford to get into foul trouble. Here's Laver from the top of the key. It's no good, and the rebound is down. And then he falls down and he travels with the basketball. Oh, the referees are going to have some fun tonight. Kyle Greathouse comes back in. Boner comes out. 2:48 left to play here in the first half.
And now Quackenbush is pleading his case to the official, as Jack did earlier. So a lot of gamesmanship in this game. It's always so much fun.
What's 42? 42 in the push. Come on now.
Kyle Greathouse, Laver. Brad Beatty's wide open across court. Here's the turnaround jump shot, no good. The ball's on the floor, and it's picked up by Rager. Now the Wildcats on the run. And now they slow it down as Ash gets to the midcourt stripe. Ash for three. It's good. And we're going to get a foul called down underneath. Against,
it might be on Totten.
It is. That's his first. Ash gets the three-pointer. He's got 6, and now the Wildcats lead by 2, 22-20.
Totten's pretty intense out there tonight. Alvis may be coming in for him right now.
So the Wildcats have a chance to conceivably get a 6-point trip. They can hit another 3 here.
Their first lead of the evening, 22-20.
Ooh, that's almost stolen. Here's the shot, no good. Rebound by Greathouse.
Gales escaped with that one a little bit right there. As you indicated, could have been a lot worse.
Greathouse now in trouble, has to get it back to Laver. Beatty in trouble. How about that for a move by Brad Beatty?
Looked it off and then put it up.
8 points for Beatty, and we're tied at 22.
About a minute and a half to go in the first half. Lancaster was up by 5 at the quarter, but as we knew it would, that lead evaporated.
Minute and a half to play, first half. Lob it down to Swinehart, back to Black and around.
Think they can hold it till the end if they want to.
Swinehart had the open shot, but he couldn't hang on to it, but he's lucky to get it back. No, there was no whistle. I think
everybody stopped right then.
The players thought that there was going to be a whistle.
Well, I guess you got to wait to hear that. It did sound like something, though.
Swinehart gets the ball stolen by Greathouse, and the ball's tipped. Black is fouled by Alvis. Great athletic move that time by Mike Black. Alvis picks up his first foul, 15 foul for the Gales, but with 46 seconds left in the half, I don't think we're going to have to worry about. Here's the lob back, and it's picked up by Alvis. Is way over.
Beatty wants the ball. Jack's holding it back now. Pull it out.
With 32 seconds. Now we're down to 23 seconds. Laver to Beatty. 15 seconds. They may go at 10. We're down to 8.
Beatty's coming cross court for the corner shot.
Beatty for 3. No good. The ball tipped away, and it's going to go to the Wildcats off of McKnight with 2.4 seconds. We're tied at 22.
Looks like Ash is going to be your man.
Turner, Ash from a little past half court. It's no good, and we go to the locker rooms tied at 22. We'll be back with some halftime stats, but first we're going to take this timeout.
Now that cold weather has arrived, where can you go to maintain your summer shape?
Hi, welcome to World Gym.
Whether you're trying to keep that summer shape or starting on a new workout routine, World Gym is the place to come. Use free weights or the area's most extensive exercise equipment. For that great cardio workout, try the treadmills, steppers, recumbent bikes, or the hottest fitness machine on the market today, the Elliptical Edge. In the Plaza Shopping Center,
World Gym, if you're serious.
Ti ho portato nel locale della mia sorella.
Sì,
Ci si mangia bene
sì, sì,
e dove si spende poco.
sì.
È vero, Luciana?
Sì.
you don't have to travel overseas for real Italian cooking. Tiberio's Ristorante in downtown Lancaster. When you talk to the advertiser, you talk to the owners. When you do business with the advertiser, you'll find an attentiveness to your needs that only an owner can give. The Advertiser, bringing buyers and sellers together with Fairfield County's largest selection of real estate. The Advertiser's classified ads are free for items $500 or less, and every classified ad is automatically placed on the web at no additional charge, connecting you to over 700 publications throughout the United States. The Lancaster Advertiser, proud of the company we keep.
Hi, I'm Fairfield County Commissioner Judy Shoup, here with students from Liberty Union Middle School, reminding you to always dispose of your waste tires in a legal and environmentally safe method.
Tires which are stockpiled hold stagnant waters that provide an ideal habitat for mosquitoes that could spread disease.
That's why my friends and I took a summer and helped to rid the county of this illegal tire dump. These kids have made the right choice. Won't you? With your help, we can stop illegal dumping in Fairfield County and keep our county beautiful.
We're back at halftime where we're tied at 22 between the Golden Gales and the Wildcats of Newark. The Gales with 4 players in the scoring column and pretty well spread out. Brad Beatty, the leading scorer for the Gales with 8. Chad McKnight has 7. Josh Labor 5. And Kyle Greathouse a bucket for 2 points for the Golden Gales. That adds up 22. For the Wildcats, they're led by Mike Black's 11, 6 for Anthony Ash on a couple of three-pointers. Wiersma has 3 and Conan has 2. That's 22 for the Wildcats. And I think, Paul, you look back at that first half of play, and really it seemed that once the Wildcats kept McKnight away from the bucket, it seemed to stem the tide and turn it over a little bit towards them.
I think the last thing that he did was that big intimidating dunk, and they kind of moved things around, put some new people on him, and as you indicated, kept the ball away from him and out of the middle. Lancaster was up by 5 at the quarter, but then outscored 10-5 in the second quarter and leaves us tied at 22 all at the half.
When we come back, we're going to have the exciting second half of play, so stay tuned. It's 22-22, the Wildcats and the Golden Gales.
Try something different and get out of the hamburger fast food rut with a trip to Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Dad with a hearty appetite can enjoy the original batter-dipped fish and chips, while Mom has the low-cal broiled fish dinner and the little ones order from the kids menu. Remember, Arthur Treacher's food not only tastes good, but is good for you because they use only 100% cholesterol-free peanut oil. New owners, but the same great food at Arthur Treacher's, serving Lancaster for over 30 years. Only at Don's Furniture in Lancaster can you get great buys like this traditional living room group with sofa, love seat, 3 tables, and 2 lamps, plus the pillows for just $7.99. Or this full-size futon with mattress for only $158. Or this multicolor heavy-duty bunk bed, perfect for a growing family at $188. All this and more at Don's Furniture and Mattress Showroom, 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster, or visit them on the web at www.donsfurniture.com. If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business. Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com.
You can buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster.
We're back at Newark High School, just about ready for the second half of play as the Golden Gales and the Wildcats of Newark, even though the scoreboards are off, we're tied at 22 as we get ready to start the second half. And Paul, as we mentioned, a well-balanced attack by the Golden Gales in the first half offensively. Do you look for them to do anything differently than they did?
No, but I think the thing that's going to be interesting, I believe, to watch is I think these teams just don't like each other. And there's
you get
a lot
that
of
sense and feeling?
There's a lot of pushing and I mean more than just the usual interaction between two teams. And I think these officials are going to have to call it pretty closely because these are two teams that really want to win this game, and a lot could go on out there away from the ball. So I think foul situations could dictate the outcome.
Albeit it's not a tip-off, tonight's second half tip-off or throw-in is brought to you by the Notestone CPA firm. You want to visit them on the web at notestonecpa.com. That's all one word. Whether you're an individual or a small business, contact the Notestone CPA firm for all your tax needs. Damon would be matter of fact, he would be giddy to hear from you.
Speaking of the web, you know where you can find the IVP basketball schedule?
I don't know, Paul. Why don't you tell me?
Interphase.com. www.interphase.com.
And a lot of people do sometimes, I think, get a little confused. Interphase is INNERPHASE.
It's just pronounced interphase.
That's right. You wouldn't believe what some people write down on checks and stuff. The Gales have the basketball. As we said, we're tied at 22. Here's Laver, has got the open shot. It's no good, and the rebound's pulled down by Rager, and he's been a machine for them. That's his fourth. The original starting five for the Gales. Here's Wiersma with a nice move, and Wiersma gets the bucket. He's got 5.
McKnight set up for him to take the shot, and he just went right around McKnight.
Wildcats by 2. Greathouse.
Beatty's already going with it down there. Beatty and Raphael Turner already going at it.
Well, the Gales get the basketball after the ball went out of bounds. Laver to Greathouse. You can't tell at home. We're sitting around some Newark fans. Here's Totten with a shot, and he gets his first bucket to go.
Nice pass from Beatty, drive and dish.
Turner, Rager, Wiersma, Ash, and Black. That's the 5 out there right now. Here's the shot, no good. Rattled around by Black, and it goes. Black has 13 points. And Totten gets the foul, his second. 2-point lead for the Wildcats, and Black to try and tack on point number 14.
I don't think there's been a call tonight that one of the coaches hasn't disliked.
That shot is no good, and Chad McKnight with the strength comes across and knocks that away, and the Gales have the basketball, trailing by 2. Beatty, nice head fake, comes around the other way, can't get it to go, and Wiersma at the rebound for the Wildcats.
I think he wanted to put it off the glass and just didn't touch the glass.
Black, it's no good, and the rebound batted down by Chad McKnight, but he couldn't stay on his feet as he was scrambling for the loose basketball.
Couldn't quite find the handle on it. Dove after it, but it got away from him. He was trying to tip it inbounds.
Alvis checks back in for Totten. 6:05 to play in the third quarter. Wildcats by 2 with the basketball. Turner tries to go, and the ball is kicked by McKnight as Turner tried to go baseline with it.
He was shut off right now when he tried to make that turn.
Underneath, Turner in trouble, puts up the shot, batted around, no good, still on the floor. Let's see, Ash gets it to Black. Black's got the lane to go to. And they call McKnight on the push, not against Black, but against Turner, who was trying to set a screen.
Yeah, he was trying to push Turner out of the way to get to the ball, and he got caught.
So that's the second foul now for McKnight. So the Wildcats inbound the basketball. Here's Rager with the shot way off the mark, no good. Laver picks up the loose basketball. Laver comes all the way down to the foul line, and the ball's tipped away, and not a nice pass that time by the Gales. Turner comes, puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Ash. And McKnight's going to get called for the foul again, and that's the third on McKnight. Totten's going to have to come in for McKnight now.
It's going to be tough without McKnight in there because you know they're going to go low post every time. They like that.
Ash at the line. First shot is no good. Ash with 6 points in the ball game. Neither team's been real hot from the foul line tonight. That's shot no good, and Laver with the rebound for the Gales. It's a 3-on-2. Beatty will try to go baseline. Cut off, and now the Gales will set up the offense.
Newark is athletic. It's going to be tough to beat them when you go to a one-on-one situation like that. They've got good athletes. Jack still working on the official. Wow. Tough passes there.
Gales going with long cross-court passes, and now Beatty from three. It's no good, and Wiersma on the rebound. And the weave, Rager down into the corner to Ash, but now they whip it back around cross-court now. Inside Wiersma. And he is blocked as Alvis gets called for the foul.
Tried to get over there in time and couldn't do it. Right idea, just a split second late.
Second foul on Alvis. Wiersma goes to the line. That's the fourth foul on the Gales in this quarter. The Wildcats yet to get called.
Could work against them late in the game. Right now it's to their advantage. It hasn't hurt them very much now, but late in the game when all the one-and-ones pop up.
And the second shot doesn't go. So
that is poor a shooting free throw game on both teams as we've seen.
Well, Newark 0 for 5 here in the third quarter. 4:20 to play in the third quarter, 26-24. Wildcats lead by 2. Great house to try and cut it. Nope, can't. Black on the rebound for the Wildcats. Well, the Wildcats have 4 points. The Gales have 2 in the quarter. Black at the elbow. Dishes down, and now the Wildcats decide against going for the hoop, and they'll bring it back around.
Wiersma and Totten underneath looks good down there.
Now the Wildcats playing a little Gale basketball, taking the time off the clock.
There it is, the lob.
Down to Wiersma, and he gets it.
He's got to have help under there, and they were late rotating over.
Wiersma with 4 points in the quarter. And Jack just wants a 20-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. The Wildcats with 6 points in the quarter lead the Gales by 4 now, 28-24. Did just tuned in, it's tied at halftime at 22. The Gales by far came out early, leading 17-12 after 1 quarter of play, but the Wildcats have used that inside game to their advantage. And actually, Paul, usually a big dunk like we saw from McKnight would ignite the Gale bench, but it seems like the Gales have really started kind of going, I don't want to say downhill, but it really slowed down since that point.
Yeah, it didn't ignite them. They didn't get much after that, and then we're seeing now with McKnight out of there that Potton, he's going to need help in there in the middle if he's going to stop Wiersma in that big low post production that they like to run.
Labor on the left wing. Alvis to Greathouse. Laver had the open shot, decides not to take it. Now he's open. Nope. Again, decides not to take it. And there's a pass that's stolen. Coming across is Raphael Turner, and that's another turnover for the Golden Gales. Much to the delight of the Newark crowd. And Alvis fouls Black. And that's the 3rd foul on Alvis.
He was fronting him there, and then he tried to hand check him for the ball.
And I believe that it's going to be just a 22nd again, so we're going to again keep it right here. Chad McKnight checks back in for the Golden Gales. I believe at this point, Paul, Jack doesn't want to see the game get away from him, especially since the Gales have started to foul quite frequently here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I think what will be interesting now is, did you say McKnight's coming back in?
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see how he plays, because he'll be in there, but will he be the Chad McKnight that we saw in the first half that is willing to go out and take chances? Lots of times when you pick up a 3rd or 4th foul, you start being intimidated and you won't challenge. So we'll see if he's 75%, 80%, 100% of the McKnight we know.
Well, the Wildcats have the basketball and a 4-point lead.
The Lancasters just looked not very good this 3rd quarter. They just haven't come out with that fire in their belly so far.
Well, Coach Quackenbush told Ash just to stay back. So we may just for the next 2.5 minutes stand here and watch this. Once again, we'd like to thank our good friends at Adelphia Cablevision in Newark. They are giving us our video feed for the ball game.
They're looking underneath. They're trying to low post it every time, I think, now. Everybody's fronting everybody underneath.
Black way out front now. Now he's going to go back down inside. Down to 1:50 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
I think they'd like to see Wiersma get the ball, at least the crowd would, and then see if McKnight would foul him.
A few Gales fans over here, including Coach Greathouse, wanted to travel. Wiersma goes baseline. How about that for a shot?
That was a tough shot, but you could tell McKnight's frustrated. He was just not willing to take that chance, although he did body up on him.
9 points for Wiersma, 6 in the quarter. And that's the lead for the Wildcats, 30-24.
Lancaster's only scored 1 bucket in this entire 3rd quarter.
The Gales want McKnight to stay out there too much longer. And now he goes down to his low post position. Greathouse.
You got the 3-point shooters in there.
Beatty thought about it. Now he dribbles in, gets in trouble, and the ball's blocked. Here comes Ash. Ash to Black, and Black lost it. Out of bounds, and so with 35 seconds, the Gales get the ball back.
That would have brought the house down if he'd have made that one. They were poised to yell.
30-24, Wildcats by 6. Now the Gales will set up the final shot. Beatty, after coming out hot in the first half, has turned cold of the couple shots he's taken here in the third quarter. With 4 seconds, Greathouse will stop and pop it himself. It's off the mark, no good, and that is the end of the third quarter of play. The score, the Wildcats 30, the Golden Gales 24.
Now the cold weather has arrived. Where can you go to maintain your summer shape?
Hi, welcome to World Gym.
Whether you're trying to keep that summer shape or starting on a new workout routine, World Gym is the place to come. Use free weights or the area's most extensive exercise equipment. For that great cardio workout, try the treadmills, steppers, recumbent bikes, or the hottest fitness machine on the market today, the Elliptical Edge. In the Plaza Shopping Center,
World Gym, if you're serious.
Ti ho portato nel locale della mia sorella.
Sì,
Ci si mangia bene
sì, sì,
e dove si spende poco.
sì.
È vero, Luciana?
Sì.
you don't have to travel overseas for real Italian cooking. Tiberio's Ristorante in downtown Lancaster.
Back in a jam-packed Newark High School, Andy Rice, Paul Jasson with the slightest of IVP sports crews tonight, as Bridget Mahler, our producer, director, and all-around good person out in the truck. The Wildcats lead it by 6, 30-24. They have the basketball as we start the fourth quarter of play. Golden Gales scored only 2 points in the third quarter, and Paul, they have been outscored, what now is it, since the first?
They led by 5 at the end of the first quarter. Since the first quarter, they've been outscored 16-7. 7 points in
7
2 quarters
points
of
in
basketball.
2 quarters, that's right. They
There's
lob
the
it
lob.
down to Wiersma. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds off Wiersma, and the Golden Gales get the basketball. One unique thing about this gymnasium, Paul, is that they have bleachers underneath the buckets. And
this is an old-time gym, what really gyms were meant to be. Lancaster just looks intimidated, frankly. They're struggling to find their rhythm right now and have been for quite a while.
Yeah, we lost the scoreboard again momentarily, but it's back.
I know electric's getting expensive, but they got to pay that bill.
McKnight trying to take matters into his own hand, and he can't get it to go. Black on the rebound for the Wildcats.
6 rebounds for him. He leads all people in that category.
The Gales habitually getting 1 shot, if that, down the floor, and that's it. Now, as we see Turner, and he has to dish it back outside because he didn't have anything. Now he'll take the shot. It's no good, and a rebound by Laver. Laver on the run. And Laver gets tripped up and goes down, and he turns over the basketball. Now, one thing, Paul, that will not be used as an excuse by Coach Greathouse, but the fact that he has had 3 or 4 of his players out with the flu this week. 3 or 4 of the players had missed practice the other night. As they try to decide.
I think they're working on the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, they stopped play because the scoreboard kept going out. Who's going to be the person that has to go under the bleachers and hold it for the rest of the ballgame?
Somebody has killed the Newark gerbil. At least he's on life support from what it looks like.
All right, now they say nobody touch the scoreboard. Here we go. 6:18's what shows left in the fourth quarter, and it is 30-24. The Wildcats have the basketball after Josh Laver dribbling the ball, and really I don't think there was much of a foul there. He just got caught up in a Newark player's foot and went down. The Gales have Greathouse, Laver, Alvis, McKnight, and Beatty in the lineup. Wildcats have Turner, Ash, Black, Wiersma, and Rager.
So the Gales at 7-1 against Newark 4-4. That typically doesn't mean a thing.
You give it to Black, goes baseline, back out to Rager. He'll take the three-pointer way off the mark, and then Wiersma, no, they're going to call it on Black. That's the third foul on Black. And I believe that's the first foul as a bit of cheering from the Lancaster crowd that's here, as that is the first foul called on the Wildcats here in the second half. Gale's going to try and cut into the 6-point lead. Laver thought about taking the three. And now we have the second foul quickly picked up here as Turner tries to steal the basketball, picks up his first.
I think Newark's a team that is in a position now they can take some chances. They can try to make some steals here. Gales aren't quite there now. They need to play a bit more conservative.
Well, there you saw Coach Quackenbush, but he's trying to do his best Jack Greathouse impression and looking dumbfounded that the foul was called.
Kind of a tall, young Jack.
Nice job of defense by Wiersma. Here's Ash giving it to Black. Black is blocked. And say that 5 times real fast. Alvis picks up his 4th foul. Alvis playing on a bum ankle, and we said a few of the Gales under the weather this week, but right now they just are not hitting any shots. Black with the first shot, in and out, no good.
That's one of the things that's kept the Gales relatively close here, is that while they've shot a lot more free throws, they've been unsuccessful at most.
Hey, they made one. Black in the ball game now has 14 points.
Gales haven't scored this quarter yet.
Alvis wide open, puts up the shot, it's good. And Matt Alvis gets his first bucket. Only the second bucket of the half by the Gales.
And Newark willing to take some air out of the ball here and hold it. They've been doing that all half.
Yet they still only trail by 5 to the Gales. Here's Black with a shot, in and out, no good, and McKnight on the rebound. Laver
5 rebounds for Chad.
gets it to Greathouse. Greathouse for 3. It's no good, and Black on the rebound for the Wildcats.
They needed that one.
Now, both teams looking a little peaked right now. And the Wildcats call a timeout. They just won a 20, so we'll keep it right here. 4:32 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
Just before that whistle right there, it came just at that time. Matt Alvis and Justin Rager just had a little pushing thing going on. Still a lot of action going on away from the ball.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for helping us bring the ball games to you each week here on Channel 22. And of course, without them, it's kind of tough for us to do that. And coming up next week, we'll be back at Lancaster High School when the Westland Cougars come to call on the Golden Gales. We'll have that for you next weekend. The Friday night game will be seen Saturday and Sunday, 12:30 and 8 o'clock, right here on Channel 22. Well, the Wildcats have the basketball, and the way that they've been shooting foul shots and the way the Gales have just been shooting, period, it probably doesn't sound like a bad idea just to stand back and hold the basketball. And McKnight picks up his 4th foul.
Well, that would be the case, what you were saying, unless McKnight makes the foul.
Oh, no, they called that on Alvis. That's his 5th.
Oh, even McKnight doesn't believe that. Wow.
Well,
that sure like McKnight was involved in that one and not Alvis.
Thought so too. So Totten will have to come back in for the Golden Gales.
Tough night for Matt Alvis trying to compete out there on that bum wheel.
And he had the toughest job of them all, and that was guarding Black.
But he's a hard-nosed kid, so he gave it everything he had.
Wiersma has 6 points in the half, 9 total, and that is no good. And so the Wildcats keeping the Gales close with this one by not making their foul shots.
They need something from the outside.
Well, and the Gales just turning the basketball over doesn't help. Well, Totten and Wiersma get into a little shoving match, and now Totten is being told by Coach Greathouse, as you can see, better watch his act. Totten picks up his 3rd foul. With 4:06 left to play here in the ball game, Wiersma comes back down to try a foul shot, as the Gales now have committed 8 fouls. And quickly up off the bench comes Stuart Perlow.
Probably for Andy.
Yep. So Perlow sees his first action tonight. Wiersma with the shot, and it's good. And that's the first one he's made this half. He's 1 of 4.5, 2 of 5 overall. It's a 6-point lead, 32-26. And making a 7-point lead now, and that's the biggest lead for the Wildcats.
Lancaster just needs to find a shooting stroke. They just don't have any rhythm, and that's probably because Newark's making him play that way, but that's the case for Lancaster.
Lavers open for 3. It's good.
Couple of those, and they'll be healed real quickly.
That's the first bucket of the second half for Laver. 8 points total, and it's a 4-point game. Wildcats lead at 33-29.
It's remarkable that Lancaster is even this close at this point.
I think on an average night, really, the Gales have this one handily. But like we said, you throw everything out when you get these two teams together.
Newark's poor free throw shooting has really been a blessing for the Gales this evening. They've allowed Lancaster to remain close when their shooting wasn't there.
Oh, Laver almost with the steal. Black able to get away from him. And now the Wildcats doing in their spread court weave. They try to run time off the clock. We're down to 3 minutes to play.
I think they'd like to catch McKnight napping under there and get Wiersma the ball again if they could.
Well, right now we've got a big mismatch as Raphael Turner is being guarded by Stuart Perlow. Good job by Perlow to cut off the baseline, but the Wildcats continue to run time. 2.5 minutes to play. Turner underneath Wiersma. Wiersma can't get the shot to go. Perlow and Wiersma picks up the foul. Good job by Stuart Perlow.
You see that a lot. Somebody will miss a chippy shot like that and then come back and commit the foul. Not popular here, but a good call.
Totten will check back in for the Golden Gales, and Perlow, and now we're going to see that probably from Coach Greathouse the rest of the ball game. Totten becomes the offensive player. Perlow will be the defensive player.
Yeah, Wiersma had that flat out. That was his bucket to make or miss, and he didn't hit it.
Kind of hard to imagine, but the Gales could pull within one with the three-pointer here.
Into the big boy.
McKnight, how about that?
Here we go, Lancaster, Newark, baby. This is it.
33-31, the Wildcat lead cut to 2. Last week when we had the Fighting Irish ball game, and we remember when, as we see now, Turner is called for the offensive foul. Wow.
Wow. Quackenbush again doing the Greathouse. I don't believe it.
For Turner, he picks up his second foul.
That took a lot for McKnight to step in on that one.
So now the Gales could tie or even go ahead.
Minute 40 to go. Timeout.
Coach Greathouse wants a full one, so we'll take one ourselves. A minute 39 to play. 33-31, Newark leads.
When you talk to the advertiser, you talk to the owners. When you do business with the advertiser, you'll find an attentiveness to your needs that only an owner can give. The Advertiser, bringing buyers and sellers together with Fairfield County's largest selection of real estate. The Advertiser's classified ads are free for items $500 or less, and every classified ad is automatically placed on the web at no additional charge, connecting you to over 700 publications throughout the United States. The Lancaster Advertiser, proud of the company we keep.
Do you remember the good old days when gas was 18 cents a gallon and car repair was honest and reliable? At Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, they've been honest and reliable for over 56 years. Jim and Shirley Heston have made a commitment to maintain the same service you would receive back then. That's why generations of families have made Heston's their service and used car center. Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, 603 Lincoln Avenue, Lancaster.
Back at Newark High School, where the Golden Gales have pulled to within 2, 33-31 with a minute 37 left to play. Now, Paul, you're down by 2, but do you hold the basketball back?
I think you do if you're Lancaster, because they don't really have a go-to guy right now. So you just try to work it around a little bit and run the clock down and hope for a good shot.
Here's a shot by Laver, and it's good, and we're all tied.
Well, he's the guy you want to get it in his hands right now. If there's anybody playing hot offensively, it is Josh Laver.
Tied at 33 with a minute left to play.
Now we'll see if Newark pulls it out and holds it some more. Back door.
Rager, how about that? Oh, wow.
What a terrible call. What a terrible call. They could have called a jump ball, and I think that would have been legitimate, but that was bad there.
Wow. Well, McKnight now picks up his 4th foul.
They could have called a jump ball. That definitely was a position there, but these guys were just pulling away from each other.
Well, Rager had put up really an off-balance shot. I don't even know why he even took it.
Yeah, that was a pathetic shot, no doubt about that.
And then Wiersma and McKnight got tied up, and it looked like McKnight had pulled away with it. Then they called him for using the elbow, and he got the offensive.
I'd just push it in and challenge McKnight and see if he could stop it. If not, get another foul on him. Wiersma's big. He can handle McKnight underneath with 4 fouls on him.
And now the ball's thrown away. 13 seconds.
Jack isn't going to call time.
He wants to run it.
You better move it now. Laver's going to take it.
Laver, Beatty. It's good with 2 seconds left to play.
Oh, my golly. Laver passed that ball off to Beatty, and he never hesitated a minute. He dropped it. But this one isn't over yet.
Quackenbush has called timeout. The referee wants to know how long it is, so do we. And he's saying that they called timeout with 2.5 seconds. It is a full timeout. We'll take one final one ourselves. The score, 35-33, Gales lead.
Try something different and get out of the hamburger fast food rut with a trip to Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Dad with the hearty appetite can enjoy the original batter dip fish and chips, while Mom has the low-cal broiled fish dinner and the little ones order from the kids menu. Remember, Arthur Treacher's food not only tastes good, but is good for you because they use only 100% cholesterol-free peanut oil. New owners, but the same great food at Arthur Treacher's, serving Lancaster for over 30 years. Only at Don's Furniture in Lancaster can you get great buys like this traditional living room group with sofa, love seat, 3 tables, and 2 lamps, plus the pillows for just $7.99. Or this full-size futon with mattress for only $158. Or this multicolor heavy-duty bunk bed, perfect for a growing family at $188. All this and more at Don's Furniture and Mattress Showroom, 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster, or visit them on the web at www.donsfurniture.com.
Well, we've got 1.3 seconds officially left. 35-33, the Gales lead. We thought we were going to miss the last play. We were going to come back early, but then Coach Greathouse called timeout after he saw how Newark.
Have we seen two of the best high school games with the Fisher game a few days ago and now this game? These are two of the best high school games that we've seen, different in a lot of respects, but great high school competitive play.
Well, right now, the whole point of the matter is that Newark has to get the ball in, and then as soon as the ball is touched, the clock starts.
See if he moves Kyle up on him. He's moving Kyle tight on him, but you don't want to foul here, that's for sure.
But whoever gets the ball is going to have to turn and shoot immediately.
Where's
that ball's knocked away, and that is the ball game. The Golden Gales come back and defeat the Wildcats 35-33.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, it's going to be tough, but we're going to be picking the Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game. We'll wrap everything up when we come back. The final score again, 35-33, Gales win. We'll be back right after this.
If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business.
Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com.
I'm Fairfield County Commissioner Judy Shoup, here with students from Liberty Union Middle School, reminding you to always dispose of your waste tire mentally safe method.
Tires which are stockpiled hold stagnant waters that provide an ideal habitat for mosquitoes that could spread disease.
That's why my friends and I took a summer and helped to rid the county of this illegal tire dump. These kids have made the right choice. Won't you? With your help, we can stop illegal dumping in Fairfield County and keep our county beautiful.
You can buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster.
Head on down to your local bowling center and join the Cartoon Network Bowling Club. You can get a glow-in-the-dark bowling ball and a t-shirt from one of your favorite characters like Fred Flintstone, Johnny Bravo, Scooby-Doo, or Dee Dee, and a Flintstones video. Plus, you get a free gift just for signing up. Look for the Cartoon Network Bowling Club coming to your town soon.
The first meeting is Sunday, January 14th. Call or stop by Tiki Bowling Lanes for more details.
Back at Newark High School, where the Golden Gales, in typical fashion when you get these two teams together, come back and win on a last-second shot by tonight's player of the game, which is brought to you by Tiki Lanes. Visit Tiki on the web at tikilanes.com. Of course, you can call Tiki Lanes today at 654-4513 and ask about scheduling your child's birthday party. And talking with Greg Russell this week, I was there on New Year's Eve and played music for their Thunder Alley Entertainment on New Year's Eve, and he's told me that he's had overwhelming response from this. So thank you to our sponsors for calling in and letting them know about these telecasts that you see it and how you can get your child's birthday party out at Tiki Bowling Lanes. And our Tiki Lanes player of the ball game is Brad Beatty with 10 points in the ball game, 8 in the first half, but no two were bigger than the 2 that he got there in the final seconds of the ball game as he canned it from the foul line. And that was the winner for the Golden Gales. So Brad Beatty is our Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game. Josh Laver also had 10, 9 for Chad McKnight, 2 apiece for Andy Totten, Matt Alvis, and Kyle Greathouse. The game's leading scorer was Mike Black with 14. Paul, once again, just a fantastic ball game.
Boy, I tell you, the momentum changed so much. The middle 2 quarters, the Gales outscored 16-7. and they really looked dead in the water. Didn't look very good at all. Fourth quarter, they came alive and outscored Newark 11-3 to come away with the shot by Beatty and a 2-point victory tonight. Gales go 8-1.
That's right. Once again, the final score 35-33. Our game next week will be the Westland Cougars visiting the Golden Gales from Lancaster High School. So we hope you tune in for that ball game. Once again, the Gales victorious tonight, 35-33. For our producer, director, Bridget Mahler and Paul Jasson, I'm Andy Rice. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Interphase Video Productions is proud to present the High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Tiberio's Ristorante, Community Action and Litter Prevention, Wentz Fletcher Insurance, OhioHills.com, Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, Don's Furniture, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, and Tiki Bowling Lane.